Hi guys, happy to see you here. So we are day 10 of the Level Up Challenge. As you know, I will be going live for 40 days and share with you about some different topics and share with you meditation in order for you to level up. Hi Poonam, hi Larissa, thank you for joining. I'm very happy to do this live today. Hi Patricia, I'm very happy to do this live, and I was just dancing on Level Up. Oh, great, I'm happy you made it. Hi Artie. I was just dancing just before on Level Up, you know, the Ciara song, and it was just like level up, level up, level up. So I really would like you to level up on abundance, on money, on support, because it's so important for all of us. And it is really a topic I'm happy to share about, because it has been a struggle for me for such a long time. And so I really want to share tonight whatever I've learned about abundance and why you don't get it when you want it. Okay, so let's dive in to the topic. So basically, I will be talking tonight about 5 key points related to abundance. So the first point is, how do you define abundance? What's abundance to you? Because obviously your definition of abundance will have an impact on how you can get it and how you can receive it. The second important topic I will be talking about tonight is what kind of limiting beliefs do you have around abundance and whatever it means to you, right? Then we will kind of see how your history, and when I mean history, it's basically your frequency, define and will define at some level your ability to be aligned and to receive abundance. Okay, so just let me close this. And then the other very important point related to the topic of abundance is how your energies, your feminine energies and masculine energy are balanced or not into your body, in your field, because you know masculine is about giving and feminine is about receiving. So if you are weak on the feminine energy, it will be very difficult to receive anything, and especially money in abundance. And then the last point is really about your intention. Remember, I always say your energy goes where your intention goes. So what are your intention behind the money you want, behind the support you want? So I will be going through those 5 points. Then I will give you some kind of action plan that I've used for myself, and well, it works pretty well. And we'll go through meditation as always, because this is also the fundamental point of this 40-day level up challenge, is showing you that all the answers you are seeking are within you, that by using meditation, basically what is meditation? It's just like diving deep within. By doing that, you can heal yourself. So that's the gift I want to make you. Spirit wants to make through me. I'm just a channel. So let's start with the point number 1. What is money? What is abundance? Okay, so usually when people talk about abundance, they see money. Abundance is money. But abundance, the real definition of abundance, it's really a big amount of something. That's what abundance means, right? So hi all of you. So drop me some emojis and hearts so I can see you are here. And if you have any questions also, just write them down in the comments. I will answer them at the end, and channel eventually for you if it's needed. So abundance is a very big amount of something. So usually people, when you mention abundance, they think of money, but it's not only limited to money. Abundance can be abundance of support, which means that you will have like people helping you, supporting you, inspiring you. It can be abundance of friends. It can be abundance of joy, abundance of love. So when I talk about abundance, and I really want you to level up your definition of abundance, put your energy into a wider, a larger, a bolder definition of abundance. And do not only wish for or pray for or attract abundance of money, attract it all. Abundance of everything. You want abundance of all the good things universe or God can provide you with, right? So this is very, very important. Start by leveling up the boldness, the width of your definition of abundance. Don't self-limit you to just like money, because it's so much more. You want to have abundance be a main frequency in your life, right? So then the second point is when you are talking about abundance, and when you have like, let's say, okay, you have that wide definition of abundance of love, support, friendship, love, whatever it is, money. And then you have to ask yourself, okay, I've been trying hard. I've been working in this company. I've been trying to set up my business. I've been trying to set up this healing practice. I've been trying to sell crystals. I've been trying to do this job, or whatever you might be in. It's not really the point. And I just feel that it's not coming. And I'm always in a situation of lack, and always feeling that, I cannot make month's end meet. It's something that is like a reality for many of us. So I would like you to challenge you on the limiting subconscious beliefs you have about money. And that can only be done through inner child work. Because of course, if your subconscious belief about money is that, when I was a kid, my parents used to say that, rich people, they are mean people, they are bad people. So if your parents used to have that kind of self-talk, you as a child, you would have registered that. It goes back like a virus in the back of your subconscious mind. And so if you believe at a very subconscious level that rich people are bad people, do you really want to be bad? No. So you will never allow yourself to be rich. And till that subconscious belief is clear and healed, you can do whatever you want. You can try whatever you want. You will never get rich because your energy will not allow it. There is another very common limiting belief that people have around money. Money is evil. And thank you, religion. But that is very common, and I've seen it a lot with the clients I've been working with. So if you believe money is evil, well, I want to be good, so you won't be rich. It doesn't mean that you will be poor, but you won't be rich, because being rich equals being evil. There is another very common subconscious limiting belief. And once I started my journey of inner child work, I was so baffled to discover that. And it's really linked to your family ancestry. And it goes something along these lines. We, people like us don't get rich. And by people like us, it can be people from our background, people from our ethnicity, people from our religion, whatever it is. People like us do not get rich. And for me, when I started digging and doing this work, I discovered that I had this limiting belief, and I had no fucking idea about that, excuse my French. And it was that Black people cannot get that rich. And the moment, I heard that in my head, while I was doing this inner child journaling, it was like, wow, oh my God, I'm thinking that. And to be honest, I've never been poor. But the thing is like, cannot get that rich. So if my destiny is to become whatever it entails and successful and use the power I get this way to be of service to humanity, I won't be able to do it with that limiting belief in the back of my head. And I can tell you that I've been so many times before I clear that at a point it was like a job, a business, a company where you are just like at this turning point, shifting point, and you know that it can go big for you, and it didn't. Something would always happen. And when I discovered that, it was such a relief. Another very, very common limiting belief people have is that I'm not deserving. I don't deserve money. I don't deserve money. And why do I not deserve money? It can be for different reasons. Like, I don't need it. I don't deserve it because I don't need it. Okay? So what would I do of this money? And it's really about, again, limitation. Like when you have had like parents telling you all the time, just be happy with what you have, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But, if it's said in a certain way and not coupled with some really strong affirmation telling your children that they can dream, it's so great for them to dream, to just like be bolder, bigger, higher, smarter, richer than us. But if it's just that, be content with what you have, sometimes you have that limiting belief that, you don't need it, you don't deserve it. And another one that is so, so, so common, within the healing community, let's say, all the people like you and me, who want to help people, who are healers, practitioners, whatever, therapists, whatever we do to kind of support people. And that limiting belief is like, we are Jesus. So Jesus didn't ask money to people. So, as a healer, as a light worker, I have to be poor. Do you get me? I have to be poor and I have to struggle. So this is so common. And really the Jesus, the Savior complex is so widespread amongst us. So that needs to be cleared. Otherwise, you will be a light worker. You will be doing your job. You will be doing what you like, but you will never make a living out of it. And the thing you need to understand is that abundance is energy. It's an energy. Money is an energy. It's not good or bad. It's an energy. It's just an energy. So if you see it that way, it will also help you to just see that being a healer, what is being a healer? Years ago, I used to work as Leantara Shah, which was my healing name, my healer name, that was gifted to me through meditation by Goddess Isis. And Leantara means the one who moves energy. And when you are a healer, that's what you do. You move energy. You move energy blocks in people's body, people's mind, people's subconscious, people's auric field. You move energy. And it's the law of physics. Energy cannot be replaced. Or it can, but it cannot be destroyed. You can move it, but something else will replace that energy. It cannot just be taken off like that. It does not disappear. Energy does not disappear. It can be transmuted, but it does not disappear. And you cannot make it just like get rid of it. So what does it mean? That at the end of the day, if you are a healer, it means and in any kind of modality you are using. If you are a healer and you are moving energies, man, that energy needs to be exchanged. And if you do not do that, you will feel drained, and there will be an imbalance in you, in your health. And at a global level, you won't get what you want because energies are not balanced. That's why if you are not comfortable with asking money, ask for the energy exchange. It's the same. But energy exchange must be asked, and you should not be apologizing at any time, any point about that, because it's just fair. And then there is another limiting belief, and that limiting belief is also projection, or some kind of a consequence, or related rippling effect of that Jesus Savior. It's when people or clients just will tell you, oh, you're too expensive, you're this, you're that, and like will kind of shame you or blame you or put you in a guilt zone because you are asking for an energy exchange. And it's so funny and so common how people just think and believe that they have the right to tell you what to charge, or to comment what you are charging, or to just think that it is so normal for you not to charge. And I'm always telling them, like, you know what, when you go to the doctor, to the dentist, to any kind of person that is offering you a service, would you dare to go to them and just ask them to spend 1 hour on you, 2 hours, and just say, I'm not paying you, you know what, because you helped me, so you are doing good, so you check with God or universe, they will pay you. You would never dare to do that. No, you would never dare that. So why do so many people dare to do that? And it's not only that. They dare to tell you, oh, it's a big steep. Oh, no, it's too expensive. Or on the worst, side of the spectrum, they will want you to work for free and abuse your time, abuse your friendship, abuse your time as a client, and just want to get advantage of you all the time because they do not value themselves. Because at the end of the day, every time I have to pay money for my healing, for anything I'm buying, I invest on me. I'm not paying the healer, I invest of myself. And when you start saying I invest on myself, it changes the way you look at it. It changes the way we are framed, because most of the time, one of the limiting beliefs we have is that, it's not good to spend money on us. It's not good to spend money on us. And so if you think that, you will just think that, it's not good to spend money on me. So, people have to help me for free. So that was the second point, which was the limiting belief. Then the third very important point about abundance is your history. Because your history will, at some level, define the frequency you are at. I always say that you are just steps away from what you want. But those steps, they are just about frequency. I'm going to share with you a little story. Many years ago, I studied Theta Healing. I don't know maybe some of you know about that modality. And we were doing the workshop, and there was an exercise. We were working on abundance. And so the teacher asked us, okay, just be bold and write down what you wish you could make a month. And so some of us said, 5,000, 10,000, whatever. And one of the students just, stood up and went to the board, and she wrote 40,000. And we were like, wow, my God, this is huge. And she's so bold. And it was just like a shock for the teacher. She went that's not possible. 40,000 per month? Write something that is realistic. And the moment she said that, oh my God, she realized that she had a limiting belief that you cannot earn more or earn that much a month. And then she apologized to all of us and to the student. And she said, okay, I got caught up with my own ego mind and my own limiting beliefs. Because if you think that you can make 40,000 because obviously you think it's realistic, I should not be the one to tell you it's not realistic. Because in my own story, my own family, I've never seen anyone earn that much money. And that is really important. If, for example, you earn 100 a month, that's what you are making every single month, and you just come up and say, you know what, I'm going to make 10K per month. You know what? There is such a huge gap between the 100 and the 10,000 that it will be very difficult to reach that level. Why? Because of frequency. Because your energy for now matches the 100 frequency. And there is no way you can jump from 100 till 10,000 without making a huge work on your frequency. So this is very important when you are working on like leveling up and earning more money. Do it step by step, because of course your energy will not follow up. Let me give you a very concrete example. When I started this work, I've been, I can say, always successful in my healing work, working with people. I have always been blessed with clients, but I've always been also limited by all my limiting beliefs that, I could never get a coaching package or, have someone pay $5,000 to work with me. And, a few months ago, 6 months ago, when I really wanted to level up with my work, I created this package. It was 2,000K. And for me, at that time, it was still too high for my frequency, because as I was creating this package, I was thinking, oh my God, this is too expensive. Who would want to pay that? And is it really worth that price? Blah, 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 blah. So as I was creating it, I was telling universe, I don't believe that my work is worth that amount. So I didn't sell no package. And anyone I've introduced that package to said, oh no, it's too expensive, it's a bit steep, is that, is this. And I can tell you that some people 6 months ago didn't want to buy that package, and they just signed up packages at 4,000 just now, because my energy is at that level now. And I've just healed so much in my energy, in my limiting belief about the worth of my work, stopping to believe that I have to work for free for people, and stopping to not acknowledge what I bring to people. So this is really, really, really important, where you place your frequency and where you want to go, and to acknowledge this. So in any abundance work, you really have to make a kind of a checkup kind of thing. Okay, where am I at? What am I earning? Where do I want to go? That is very crucial. And then your job is to match the frequency of your goal. Then the fourth point, which is also very important, is about how the energies within you, masculine and feminine, are balanced. Let's say that the masculine side of us is a very rational aspect of us. We work from the mind, and everything has to be square and, very logical. And then the feminine one is more that side of us that is linked to intuition, love, and really tapping into our hearts. And the masculine energy is very strong and pushy. It's really about giving. And the feminine energy is about receiving, and it's basically, because this always related to sex at some level. If you see the two genital organs, one is a container and the other one gives. So it's exactly like that. Feminine energy is about receiving. So if your feminine energy is not balanced or very low or blocked, you will have problems receiving any kind of support, including money. And for me, for example, it was blocked. It was blocked for the longest time. And one of the signs, I've always been someone who was very, very driven. I have to control things. I like to make decisions. And so I've always been the lead, in any relationship I've been. And when you are in that kind of relationship, even with a partner or your spouse, you will be so much in the masculine energy that probably the other thing that will happen to you is that your needs will not be matched by your partner's, because your partner will just see you as someone giving. And when I look back at my stories with any of my partners, it was always about that. I was the giver, I was the giver. I was the one, making, finding solution, bringing happiness, bringing joy. And it was such a chaos whenever I felt bad or I was not just feeling well. Because people, my family, and no one is used to that. I always have to be, level up. I'm good. I'm up. Everything goes right with me. So when you are so much in your masculine energy that you never allow yourself to be vulnerable, you won't get anything from people. And you will go at some point into some frustration, feeling that, it's always me giving. They never offer help. But they don't offer help because your energy says, you know what? You can take everything. Take everything. I don't need shit. I don't need anything. That's what your energy says. And that is also a very, very, very big problem. And lastly, an important point is the intentions. What are your intentions? And especially when it's related to service. Are you motivated by being of service? By being of service and like helping the community or helping the audience you want to help? Or do you do things to get money? And that will also change what you will be able to get or not to get. Because if you are a healer and you create an event, a service or anything, and your only obsession is to make money out of it, chances are you will not get clients. And chances are that you will get clients if you create your service, your event, or whatever you wish to create with a pure intention, or I do this to help people. My wish, what I'm calling in, is to be of service and to be able to help as many souls as possible. And then those souls will come, but they will not come to give you money. It doesn't work that way. So one set of affirmations I use all the time, and I do it every single day. And it really helps me to kind of really remind me why I'm doing this work. Why? The why. The why is very important. When you are very clear about the why you want abundance, it flows to you. So this is the affirmation I use every single morning. God, I accept you officially as my boss. I will serve unconditionally. My beautiful work is supported. Thank you for the abundance, the money, the support, the joy, the love. It is far more than I could ever expect. Thank you. Amen. By saying this, what I'm saying is God is my boss. So the company I'm working for is not my boss. The client they are not my boss. God is my boss. And when I put myself up at that level, I'm leveling up my intentions. I'm saying that I am driven by a higher call, by my life purpose. The reason I wake up every day, the reason I wake up now at 3 a.m. my time doing this live. That's what it means, and that's the intention I put when I say I accept you officially as my boss and I will serve unconditionally. Which means that I will listen to my guidance. And that's also very important, because when you are pure in your intention, you get guidance on how you can get that abundance you are seeking. My beautiful work is supported. Yes, it is supported. You don't need to know how it will be supported, but say it and say it in the present. It is supported. And thank you for the abundance, the love, that wide and bold definition, the support, the joy, the love. Quote whatever you want to quote. It is way more than I could expect. Let it to God. Let it to universe. Don't limit yourself. Just trust that it will be higher than in your wildest dream. And this is such a powerful prayer, and I really encourage each and every one of you to use it. It's very short, but it's so powerful because there is so, if you say it with intention, there is so much depth in each of the words. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you the my 6-step like action plan to level up on abundance. So, first step, inner child work. Dig deeper. Go and find someone who can help you do some inner child work. I can do that. Many people do that. Start some journaling. You can start yourself. Just like, start asking yourself, what beliefs do I have about money? So this is the first key point. You need to know what are your blocks. Why abundance is not coming to you. You need to understand that. There is another limiting belief, and I want to share it because Spirit is telling me to share that. I've seen so many women who are homemakers, and they have this limiting belief that they cannot get abundance for themselves and that it has to come from their husband, or if you are a student, from your parents, or that kind of stuff. And actually, the limiting belief you have is that you are not good enough to earn money. And when you have that limiting belief, you have to correct it. And the best way to correct it, for me, and that's what I've always said to any of my friends or clients, is to understand that money is energy. No one can prevent you from getting what is your birthright. No one can do that. That's why competition or thinking, this one has stolen my client, that's crap. No one can ever prevent you from getting what is your birthright. So, if you are getting money, and big money from your husband, your parents, or your friend, or whomever the person is, this is your birthright. And you know what? Universe, God is using them as channels. That's it. But then those persons, why you feel that way? Because those persons will make you feel guilty, as if they were the one doing that. But no, it's your vibration. That money will come to you, whether it comes from them or not. So if you are in a situation where you are not working, you cannot work, or you don't want to work, just clear that energy. Every time you get that money, just say, you know what? I'm receiving it with grace and gratitude and joy from God, from universe. And I command to clear any misaligned energy around that money. Anything related to guilt or obedience or anything like that, I clear it. Do it every time. And feel great about that money. I can't tell you how many tai-tais, that's how you call them in Asia, or homemakers have come to me, and they were so guilty about that. And I do also numerology. When you check their numbers, they are 8, which is the number of abundance. And so actually, because they are married to men, they also bring abundance to those men because their energy attracts abundance. So you never know why you are put in a situation, but be grateful for it and get out of the blaming game. Because if you can remember at any time, and that's why I say in my affirmation, I accept you as my boss. God, universe is my boss, not you, not my husband. No. If you can acknowledge that whatever you get is your birthright and it comes from source, you will never ever feel guilty about getting money. You won't. And that changes the whole game, the entire game for you. So, when you do the inner child work, another important point, and I'm just doing this little, I want to spend a little bit time on this for the healers. Most of them, we have the Savior complex, Jesus complex or whatever. And it can come from different, issues in your childhood. For me, for example, I was the eldest of 6 kids. And I've always sacrificed myself for my siblings. And I was taught to, because that was my role as, the oldest kid. That was what I was supposed to do. So for me, it had become natural at some level to just self-sacrifice and give it all to people and just say all the time, I don't need shit. You know what? Take everything. And so really, really work on all of those aspects, especially if you are working at any level, and willing to support people. Then the second step of action is clear communication. Clear communication to yourself. That's the first point. Where am I at? Check your budget. How much are you earning? How much are you spending? How much do you want to make a month? How much do you want to save? Talk clearly to yourself and set goals, because you need clear goals to be able to shift your frequency. And also, you have to talk clearly to the people that you are working with, your clients, the company you are working with, your husband. You have to be clear about the fact that you are deserving that money and that you are putting value on your work, on your service, on yourself. That's really key. Really, really key. Many, many months ago, when I really realized that I had these blockages and all those limiting beliefs, and it kind of brought me into some chaos in my healing work where, clients constantly step over my boundaries, booking an appointment, not showing up, and then asking me to rebook without paying another appointment, while it's clearly stated in my terms that if you do not show up, you lose your money. Client staying with me over the time, and I allowed it because, I just felt I needed to help them, and, once the hour is finished, stay with them half an hour whatsoever. And none of them would ever think about, I will pay over for the time. No. And it was my energy commanding that. Again, it was my energy. Or constantly telling, it's too expensive, I can't pay that. Well, I know those clients earn way much more than me and can pay the money. And they dare to do that because I allowed it, because I was telling them, I'm here for that. I'm available to us, just take advantage of me. Or coaching clients, people, friends in between sessions for free. And that's also my energy telling that. So at the end of the day, I just want to tell you that you also have to just be aware of that. And I'm not saying that you cannot do things for free, but when it's all the time and you just feel drained and you just feel, oh my God, maybe I should be charging, but I don't know how to ask that, how to, I feel not comfortable because, that person is a long-time client or it's my friend or whatsoever. You have to step up and level up. What made me level up? I was doing that, constantly going overboard with the hours and stuff like that, doing free coaching in between my sessions. And one day I had this session with a client, and I stayed like 15 minutes on top of the normal timing. And then when I got her payment, I saw that she added 40% of the value of the session as a tip. And you know what? I just burst in tears because she was the first one ever to give me a tip. And it meant so much for me at this stage because it was, oh my God, why is she doing that? And then, I called her because it was such a shock to me because my energy was not at that level. And she told me, well, I had so much value with the time and what the energy you put in, I've shifted so much and you are worth it. Like, even what I paid is not like worth of what you are bringing to me. And it was like a slap in my face. And there I was just thinking, oh my God, you know what? How can people value my work if I value my work at zero? Which is what I'm doing every time I'm spending my time for free for people, for friends, for anyone. And I'm not saying that you cannot help your friends, but when it's a constant pattern in your relationship, and it's always like, you have to channel, you have to do this, you have to do that, well, maybe it's best if they book a session. And so I'm really willing you to focus on that. So step number 3, become a vibrational match for your soulmate client, for your soulmate company. Become a vibrational match. What is finding your soulmate client or your soulmate company? That is so important. Remember I told you that, when you know what you want, you can adjust your frequency. And if you keep working with clients who are not willing to pay you, who are not like seeing the worth of what you are offering, who are not like honoring your boundaries and do not respect you, well, maybe it's a sign for you to change clients or to have a clear discussion with them and get them on track. So it is really important when you do that work about, I am here, I want to go there. Who are the people in my audience? Who are they? Are they women? Are they men? How old are they? Do they have kids? Are they into spirituality? What kind of work do they do? How can I best serve them? What are their hobbies? What do they read? What kind of beliefs do they have? What do they feel about money? What do they want to do for me? Journal, write that down. What would they need from a coach, from a mentor? Are they willing to support me? Write that down and manifest it. And you know what? When I started this massive overhaul of my beliefs around abundance, I wrote a list of my soulmate client. And I even gave her a name. And you can totally do that. Give your ideal, your most aligned soulmate client or company a fake name. And say and write down whatever you want. And my soulmate client is this, is this, is this. And she is willing to support me. She is willing to support my work. I wrote it down. And I can tell you that since then, I've not attracted clients who behave like the old ones were behaving. And the one that were behaving like that shifted. And the one that didn't shift, I had to just let go of them and just say, I am not working with you anymore. And you have to be very clear with your energy and what you allow in your energy. That's very, very important. Then, step number 4. Set up a fair energy exchange for your services or for what you want to be paid for if you are working in a company whatsoever. Thing is, again, it's about energy. you set up a service or anything, or you want to be paid that amount a month, and you write the number and you already feel, oh my God, this is too much. I'm not sure so many people can pay that amount of money. If I put that amount, they will find someone else, or they will hire someone else. And if you are thinking that, just drop it. Just know that you won't be getting the clients you want. So you really have to set up an energy exchange that is aligned with your frequency at that moment in time. So, for example, if you set up a service and my frequency now is 100, right? If I say I will put out there a service at 200, it won't work because I'm not comfortable with it, because all my body, my energy says, no, this is not aligned. So if I'm at 100, maybe I can just be a bit daring. So just step up, level up a bit. And I'll say, I will try 110. I'm okay. It's a bit over, but I'm okay with that. And chances are that you will match the 110. And then once you have done that, next time, go for 120 or 130. Allow the process of the energy shifting within you to happen. That's very, very, very important. And also, it will happen when you see that you are offering a service. It's not about the price, it's about what you are offering. And if people are willing to invest on themselves or not. And at the end of the day, it's not your problem. And there is something I want to share here. When you want to buy something, it's not the same when you say, this is too expensive, this is a bit steep. Or when you say, I cannot afford this at the moment. Two different energies. When you say it's too steep, you are judging. You are saying, what you are doing is not worth that thing. Or, I don't want to invest on myself. And you know what? No, there is no way I'm paying someone that price. And you are totally far away from seeing that work is for you. And on the opposite, if it's like, I can't afford that money right now, but I see the value, I see the worth. This is a different conversation. And in that case, yes, you could maybe arrange some installments or something, but it's not the same energy. So you really have to be cautious about where your client comes from. What kind of energy is behind the objection? That's really, really very important. Then, step 5, practice and discipline. Limiting beliefs, especially when they are anchored in your childhood, are difficult to just erase. You work on them, and it's really linked to neuroscience. When we make decisions, we have some neural connection in our brain that just light up and fire up together. And I could compare that to a road in the forest. If event A occurs, there is something firing up in my brain, and neurons will fire together. So my brain will tell me, okay, if this happens, you have to react like that, right? So if you want to replace those old, pathways, and tell your brain, oh no, this time you are not using that way, you have to use another way. It will take time. It will take time because you have to allow time for the old pathway to get pruned, which is the term that is used for neural connections. And it's as if, it's a roll, it's a paper, if it's rolled, it's rolled like that, you know, and it has been like rolled for ages. If you come and do the work and say, oh, no, I'm making it flat. Yeah, it will be flat, but it will go and roll up again because the shape has been kind of like engraved in the paper. And it will take you many times of like flattening up, like, you know, doing it again and again till it finally remains flat. So you have also to allow that time. And to do that, you also have to work with discipline, which means that you have to make decisions. You have to have boundaries and change some habits you might have. Maybe it's about, you know, you will decide to make some savings every month, or you will decide to like cut on some expenses. If you are a healer, you will decide to be really clear about your service and not go over time and stop that. You will maybe decide to stop the free coaching or charge whenever it happens. You will maybe price your offerings differently. And really, it's really important that every time you just put yourself again in the mindset. Like, I am worthy and my time is precious. It's really, really, really important to be really in that mindset and to be really aware how no one can give value to your work or to your time if you don't give value to your work and if you don't give value to your time. It's really, really important. And so I really encourage you to work on affirmations and statements of powers about abundance. There is one I'm using and I would like to share with you. And I love affirmations, and I sometimes call them incantations, because words, and that's why I'm writing and I'm a writer. That's why I love to write. To me, words, they cast spells of love, spells of power. So one affirmation that I always use also is that is this one. I vibrate at infinite abundance, infinite love, infinite support, infinite peace, infinite bliss, and you can add whatever you want. And the more I vibrate at infinite abundance, infinite love, infinite peace, infinite bliss, the more I attract these to me. It is also very, very powerful. So I really encourage you to use that one, because when you say that, you are leveling up your energy. You are really putting your finger on the thing that matters, your level of frequency. And you are telling universe, you know what? I'm so ready to level up my frequency, for my frequency to match the level of abundance I want to reach. Then, last point, step 6, is gratitude. It's very important to see what you have, to honor what you already have. Because as you do so, you attract more. And it can be very simple. You know, every time I get a payment from a client, I take time to go into prayer. And I thank the client, and I thank God and the universe. And I ask for more to come. And I say, yes, I'm ready to receive more every single time. And this prayer has not failed me. So take time to be in gratitude. Take time to celebrate. Take time to just let people know, let universe know that you are ready for more. Take that time. It's very, very important. So that was all for today. That was what I wanted to share about abundance. And I would like now, and if you have questions, just feel free to write them down. I would like now to guide you into a meditation. And that meditation is really, about shifting your frequency. It's really about that. And I really would like you to, before we start, to just think of how much you are making a month right now, and to decide on your goal for this month or within 1 year. It can be big, it can be bold, whatever. But just center in your heart, and whatever the figure you get, this is it. Honor it. And remember that figure, because you are going to need that figure in the meditation. So I let you just like a few seconds to do that. And so we are going to start now the meditation. So I would like you to close your eyes. As you are closing your eyes, start breathing. Start breathing gently, inhaling from your nose and exhaling from your mouth. Inhaling from your nose, exhaling from your mouth. Inhaling from your nose and exhaling from your mouth. And I would like you to say, abundance is my birthright. Abundance is my birthright. Abundance is my birthright. Then I would like you to place your left hand on your root chakra. So it would be really on the genitals, basically. So place your left hand there. And then place the other hand on your solar plexus, just above the belly button. Place it there. And start breathing again. Start breathing again. And as you are breathing, I would like you to focus on the number you set up for yourself. Remember the number I mentioned just before we started this meditation? Focus on that number. Just focus on that number. And place the amount of money, whatever it is, in a bag. It's a velvet bag. Choose the color you like. It's a very cute velvet bag. And you place the money inside. And even if there is a lot of money, the velvet bag is just adjust. So it's a magic velvet pouch, right? So imagine that velvet pouch, and I would like you to imagine that velvet pouch and to place it in your solar plexus. You know where you have your right hand on? Place it there and just see how it feels. Does it feel right? Does it feel aligned? Do you feel more powerful? Or do you feel uncomfortable with that amount of money? Just allow the feelings to come up. Whatever they are, just allow the feelings to come up. Once you have allowed those feelings to come up, I would like you to command the velvet pouch, remember it's a magic wand, to adjust so that you feel aligned. So if you don't feel aligned or sense discomfort, just command the velvet pouch to adjust, and it will adjust to another size and to another amount. And let it be. And once you have the exact amount that is aligned with your frequency, I would like you to create a second pouch, exactly the same, and to place it on your root chakra, where you have the other end on. Place it there. And as you place the second velvet pouch containing, your goal, what you are aiming at abundance-wise, just tune in. How does it feel? Does it feel comfortable there? Do you feel safe? Do you feel, wow, yeah, I can make it with that amount of money, I'm not afraid anymore, it's enough. Do you feel it's enough or not? And if you feel it's not enough, ask again the magical pouch to adjust so that it feels enough, so that you feel safe in your root chakra. So let it adjust again to the size it has to be. And for some, it will grow up or, on the opposite side. And when you feel safe and when you feel it's enough, that you have enough, I would like you to take both of your hands and to place them palm facing the ground. So just place your hands on the sides, just like that, palms facing the earth. Do that. And as you are doing that, we are going to do this. You are going to connect to Mother Earth. You are going to connect to the center of energy of this earth. Because of course, when you connect etherically to Mother Earth, you are commanding for things to come into physical manifestation. That's why we do that. So connect to Mother Earth. And you can just use this visual. Just see the planet and see at the center the core. And it's infused with liquid, lava-looking liquid. It's not burning you, but it's like golden liquid, looking like lava. And that's the core center of Mother Earth. And I would like you to connect to that core center and to ask that golden energy representing manifestation and abundance to flow up to you and to come through your feet and through your hands. And as you do that, you will feel that beautiful golden energy come and flow through your body, flow through your hands. Your hands will start tingling. And as they tingle, ask Mother Earth to always fill up your velvet pouches, to always keep them full. Feel how she's doing it and how she will support you. And as you are witnessing it, you are also feeling more energy, and the tingling in your hands gets stronger. And the tingling in your hands is extra money, extra abundance, extra love, extra friends, extra bliss, extra peace. So take it and put it wherever you find it's appropriate. If it's more money, send that golden liquid, that golden energy, send it on your bank account. If you have many bank accounts, send that energy on your many bank accounts. If you want to share that energy with loved ones, do that. If you have a company and you want that money to flow to that place, just do it. If you have a specific project you are working on, send the money to that place. Do it. And as you are doing it, just feel that your hands keep tingling, that the supply coming from Mother Earth is infinite. Abundance is of God. Scarcity is of man. Abundance is of God and scarcity is of man. Feel the infinite supply flowing to you and through you. And see how this golden liquid is raising your frequency. See how it is creating magic and alchemy within your field. And now, lastly, as this energy keeps flowing into your body, pick up a new number. Be bold. You want to make 1 million? Pick up that million. If you want, it's 1 billion, whatever it is, be bold. And just ask that golden liquid to enable the rising up of your energy, the leveling up of your frequency to match that number. And ask for it to be gentle and to be done with grace. And when it is done, thank yourself. Thank God, thank the universe, thank Mother Earth. And thank all the universal energies of abundance out there. So guys, I'm done for today's